congestion, noise, traffic, overcrowding. Our cities need more space. More space to move, more space to live. In its day, Glasgow was both spacious and elegant. But with time, it became more and more congested. Its population increased. Its boundaries were stretched. Glasgow was overcrowded. Even massive redevelopment wasn't enough. There was a need for rethinking, a new concept, the idea of completely new towns. New towns, but where? Most of the Clyde Valley was already built up. Much of the remainder was designated as Greenbelt. Some was too valuable as agricultural land or too rich in minerals. But 15 miles to the northeast of Glasgow, there was one possible site. Here on this unpromising moorland ridge, the planners set out to build a town for the future, a town that would draw people to it not only from Glasgow, but from all over Britain. Housing for 70,000 people, plus all the amenities a community requires. Schools, shops, hospitals, offices, workplaces, facilities for rest and recreation. A completely integrated new town. A budget of £70 million. Cumbernauld was new in more than one sense. Not just a new town, but a new concept of community living. It would not only look different, it would be different from other towns. Housing was arranged in cellular units clustered around the town centre. There were no streets in the old sense. Access and intercommunication was provided by a complex road system designed exclusively for motor cars. There were no intersections to impede the traffic flow, no grid to encourage the uncontrolled seepage of vehicles all through the town. Everything centers on the center itself. Although still incomplete, it houses all the town's social, business and recreation facilities under one roof. Eventually it will stretch for half a mile and include a technical college, entertainment and sports facilities, as well as department stores, penthouses, offices and shops. It can be reached on foot from any part of Cumbernauld in less than 20 minutes. Without crossing a road or meeting a car. For those who do go by car to the centre, there's parking space beneath it for 5,000 vehicles. On top, a shopping centre and a meeting place for the whole town, with its own special kind of parking facility for the very young. the public library caters for all tastes and ages. In a town where a third of the population is under 15, an interest in books and stories starts even before a child can read for itself.
The sky was blue, all the trees were green. There were even flowers in the garden, and it no longer looked brown and bare as it had done yesterday. It was so beautiful, Marcus immediately wanted to go out and play. So he took his big rubber ball from the cupboard where he kept his playthings and rushed downstairs and out through the back door into the garden. "It's summer," he shouted. "It must be summer! Hooray!" He threw his ball over the grass and ran after it.
The health centre serves the entire town. All the dentists, doctors, nurses, midwives and health visitors are housed here under the same roof. It means greater efficiency all round. Cumbernauld really started to feel like a town in 1967, when the first phase of the town centre was completed. Until then, it was still just a collection of houses. Now there are pubs, shops and banks, a bowling alley, an hotel and restaurants. The pioneering days of the gunboot society are over. The planners conceived the town. The people are giving it personality. A new town starts from cold. The first people to come here brought with them some of Glasgow's traditional warmth and vitality. Old sounds in a new setting. But behind Cumbernauld contemporary facade lies a deliberate adherence to the traditional pattern of Scottish building. There's been a village here for centuries. In redeveloping the old village and designing the new town, the architects have tried to build in character. Small, sturdy cottage homes that set their shoulders to the wind. Houses that grow out of the ground itself. Every 400 houses have a little corner shop, the local store. In this case, a converted farmhouse. Landscaping. Environment. It takes time for the raw earth scarred by the builders to heal into the green and pleasant landscape the architects envisaged. Space, sunlight, privacy, and the hilltop location were all factors which the designers exploited to the full. More than half the houses have their own garden, and most have their own private garage. Patio houses were designed to give the family the maximum of privacy. But some have found the privacy just too much, especially people used to living cheek by jowl with neighbors. One of the dangers of modern city life is the loneliness in the crowd, and privacy can too easily become isolation. The one thing that is isolated is a motor car. There are no traffic lights, no points duty police, no pedestrian crossings, no parking meters. Footpaths and roads are completely segregated. The ringway connects with massive interchanges on the hilltop. A dual carriageway links up with the town centre of the intercity motorways. Cumbernauld is a brilliantly logical solution to the conflict of cars and people.
I think Cumbernauld roads have no comparison. We came to Cumbernauld 3 years ago, although we're both from Glasgow originally. We've been previously interested in the town, and when I saw this job advertised, we applied right away.
You know, until you actually live in Cumbernauld, I don't think you get a fair impression of it. There's a lot to commend, but you've really got to live in the town. I took longer to settle in than the children. I think women take longer anyway. I felt so miserable at the beginning. I don't really like change very much, I suppose. I think it's just me. But the children love it here, and they have from the very beginning. Now, Matthew, he's the youngest. He will soon be 7. He's in his 2nd year at primary school. Christopher is the energetic type, always on the go, and he's football mad. Stephen, he's the musical one in the family. He started his O-level course at school, so he has 2 years full occupation ahead of him. Leslie, she's nearly 17. She finishes school this year and hopes very much to go to university. She's the independent type.
The new housing in the new schools have been an attraction for young school teachers. Leslie's supposed to go to university. And of course, there are 3 universities within 3/4 of an hour's driving time from Cumbernauld, so she won't have to leave home. Although Leslie personally, knowing her, she would probably prefer to get digs and live away from home. Stephen too is at the high school. Being a comprehensive school, all the boys have to do the technical subjects for the first 3 years.
Christopher goes to a great school, Seabar Primary. Underfloor heating, glass panels, all the latest equipment, everything. It's marvellous. He's away out there on these roller skates.
Perhaps the most radical feature of Cumbernauld are the footpaths. No one ever needs to cross a road. People are channeled under and over the motorways. It's engineering for pedestrians, conveyor belt walking. And all the services, the shops, the schools, the churches, are plugged into it. As a result, Cumbernauld is by far the safest town in Britain. The accident rate is only 1/5 of the national average.
Young people coming to the town have previously been living near to their parents, and of course coming to the new town they miss their parents. Because, for instance, parents are very useful for babysitting. Intermingled with the housing here are houses, particularly for the elderly, bungalows. This gives the community a balance.
Unlucky for some, 13, 52, 52, the top of the house, 90, 69, 69, on its own, number 7.
About 5% of the population are old people who are encouraged to come to Cumbernauld as a deliberate policy. Each housing area has its own community room.
3, 6,
And when we came here first, the community room nearby had a very limited use until my wife took an interest in the playgroups, and the social effect here has been tremendous.
The playgroup copes with about 60 mothers who bring their children to a regular play place. All the mothers, they're not unhappy in Cumbernauld, but they do find it takes some time to get to know people. And through the playgroup, they quickly get to know each other and friendships are formed. I think when people come into the town at the very beginning, there is some sort of centre. And in our area, this is a little community within the community. This is one of the very valuable side effects of the playgroup.
The hilltop location of the town is grand. For instance, from the office, I can see the whole south side of the town. The view is spectacular. And on a Sunday, 20 minutes drive in the car, there we are, sitting up on top.
I never visualised at the beginning that it would be like this. The people we've met and the things we've been involved in.
A new town in the country. Young pioneers breaking out of city life for the first time. The churches helped to develop the social life of Cumbernauld, with Sunday evening hops for teenagers called Kirk a Go-Go. But church organizations are only a tiny fraction of the 200 clubs and societies that flourish in the town.
Now!
And yet they say there isn't enough to do in Cumbernauld. Certainly there's a shortage of commercial entertainment of the scope and scale they knew in Glasgow. But for the moment, Cumbernauld makes its own. The Cottage Theatre provides a mixed program of drama, art and music. Glasgow is only half an hour away by road or rail. There's even an airfield which provides an air taxi service to the main national airports. Communications and geography have helped Cumbernauld attract new industry, for Cumbernauld right in the middle of Scotland. But unlike the older cities, industry is not in the middle of Cumbernauld. It's tucked away beyond a greenbelt. In its first years, Cumbernauld has attracted over 90 industries covering a wide range of manufacture. More and more firms are coming to the town. A diversity of industries, modern factories and good working conditions, a reflection of the environment of tomorrow. Cumbernauld is different, and because it's different, it's controversial. For some, it's just a jumble of spectacular concrete and uncompromising shapes. But for others, it's a last word in community architecture. In 1967, the Institute of American Architects voted Cumbernauld the world's best new town. In giving the Reynolds Memorial Award, they said, not only does Cumbernauld hold great significance for the architectural profession, but for the future development of community architecture in the Western world. But the success of Cumbernauld really lies with future generations. It's the children who decide what Cumbernauld is. They are the first generation to be born and brought up here. They are the ones who will be giving colour to the neutral whites and greys the architects have favoured. There's a limit to what planners can do. All they can do is provide the framework. It's the people who make the town and make it live. It's a town that provokes strong reactions. It's impossible to feel indifferent about it. From all over the world, people come to criticize or to learn from what's being done here. Last year, there were 4,000 official visitors from 40 different countries. 2/3 of the town are still to be built. The second phase of the town centre is under construction now, and the planners are still discussing phases 3, 4, and 5. For the plans are always changing to meet new demands or to incorporate lessons learned from previous mistakes. Cumbernauld started as part of an effort to overcome someone else's housing problem, but it's developed into a challenging social experiment. It's a creation right from scratch of a self-sufficient town that's a centre for a region. It's tomorrow's town, built today, a pattern for the future.